Good evening, lost souls. You're listening to broadcasting from somewhere between heaven and hell, like a forgotten radio station, drifting through the static from another time. Tonight's forecast: broken hearts, burning engines, and storms across the neon skyline. So turn the volume louder, because eternity is on the air tonight. I was driving through the ruins of midnight, with the city bleeding red beneath the rain. The dashboard glowing like a dying cathedral, while old rock and roll ghosts screamed through my veins. Every station sounded empty and lifeless, plastic voices drowning in the dark. Then suddenly, through the static and thunder, I heard a heartbeat inside the sparks, a voice crying out from the wilderness:
if you're still dreaming,
don't give up yet. And the highways open like rivers of fire, the sky split wide beneath the storm, because somewhere between heaven and hell, the music was still alive, broadcasting from somewhere between heaven and hell, like a lost radio station from another time, playing songs for the broken, the lonely, the dreamers left behind. Oh, hear the amplifier screaming like angels, like thunder rolling across the night, because somewhere beyond the static, rock and roll still burns eternal. There were lovers dancing beneath motel neon, truck drivers crying alone at 3 a.m., young kids hiding tears behind leather jackets, and old souls trying to believe again. And every shattered heart in America was somehow tuned into the same frequency,
because pain recognizes pain.
and music remembers everyone. The radio preacher kept whispering,
You are not alone tonight.
and every lonely engine on the highway, every storm above the city lights, felt like part of some gigantic anthem, echoing through the darkness of time, broadcasting from somewhere between heaven and hell, where the fallen angels still sing in the rain, for the lost generation, the wild hearts, the kids trying to survive the pain. Whoa, hear the cathedral guitars rising, oh, like lightning tearing through the sky, because somewhere beyond tomorrow, these songs will never die. Maybe heaven is just a memory, and hell is the world when the music disappears. But somewhere between the two, between the wreckage and the wonder, between heartbreak and salvation, between the last dance and the final goodbye, there's still a signal traveling through the night, a voice saying,
Keep dreaming.
keep loving. Keep the music alive. Broadcasting from somewhere between heaven and hell, like the soundtrack to the end of the world tonight. We are the believers, the survivors, the last neon souls alive. Hear the radios crying like prophets, like fire exploding in the dark. Because somewhere between heaven and hell, there's still a frequency for broken hearts. This is DJ NeonHeart, signing off somewhere between heaven
And hell.
and hell. And hell. In the rearview mirror, the dark night still burned. Our names were written like blood in the dirt. He stood in the rain like a final vow, with crimson lips and a halo somehow. The streets were empty like a dying prayer, but your eyes were a fire still burning there. Between engines, incense and shattered glass, you kissed my soul, and I forgot at last that love can kill.
And the sirens sang hallelujah as the heavens shattered above our heads. We were children born from broken dreams
That refuse to stay dead. Written in blood on velvet, like a curse in the dying light.
between the angels and the ruins.
We found something stronger than right.
Written in blood on velvet.
Every tear like a battle cry.
If the whole world stands to judge us,
Then we'll burn until the last flame dies. Like thunder inside our veins.
like love on the edge of insane.
Our names forever
Written in blood on velvet.
You were half rebel, half sacred saint, with lips so dangerous they could drive a man insane. The jukebox played total eclipse through the smoke, while the full moon tore the heavens open wide. The whole damn city was a sinking ship, but we kept dancing on the razor's edge of it, like two desperados on gasoline and poetry, running from God and all his irony.
And the guitar screamed just like prophets, while the asphalt trembled beneath our feet. We were stars about to explode into darkness, and that was what made us complete.
never meant for tomorrow. Maybe we were only a matchstick in the middle of a hurricane. But I'd rather have one single moment filled with madness, fire, and truth than a whole lifetime without that one kiss.
Written in blood on velvet. Written in blood on velvet. Written in blood on velvet. Hear the stars explode tonight. Every wound, every sin, every endless forever can never take us alive. Written in blood on velvet. Like a monument built from desire. And when every star crashes down from heaven, we'll set them all on fire again. Blood on velvet. Forever cursed in the flame. Between the love and the ruins, we were searching for our names. Blood on velvet. Blood on velvet. Blood on velvet. Blood on velvet. Written forever.
He said, "Baby, this town is too small for my dreams. And somewhere outside, the city lights were already calling her name." You stood in the mirror with New York burning in your eyes, magazine dreams and silver high heels beneath electric midnight skies. You said the world was waiting for a face like yours to rise, like every billboard on the freeway was already screaming your name tonight. But I saw wolves behind the cameras. I saw diamonds turning cold. I saw broken angels dancing through streets made out of gold. And I told you, baby, those neon kingdoms eat the hearts of the young. But you only smiled like the song had already begun. You traded our little apartment for limousines and fame. But the city doesn't love you, baby. It forgets your name. There are a million girls beneath those Hollywood lights, all chasing heaven through the darkness, all dying
flashing cameras under crystal chandeliers in bloom.
You said I'm finally flying,
while the newspaper screamed your face. But every call sounded colder, like your soul was losing grace. Then the silence grew longer than the highways between us, and your laughter disappeared inside the poison of the clubs. I heard the rumors in the midnight radio about the girls who disappeared, chewed apart by velvet monsters, feeding on their fear.
and I prayed the storm would spare you
Before the heavens tore apart, but fame is just another dealer selling pieces of your heart. There are a million girls beneath those Hollywood lights, all chasing heaven through the darkness, all drowning in the night. And every dream looks beautiful when the spotlight starts to burn, but those glamour streets are graveyards for the hearts that never learn. Oh, queens of the falling city.
Now your photographs are fading on the covers of old magazines.
Another fallen angel swallowed by the glitter machine. And somewhere in an alley where the cold rain floods the street, the crown slipped from your tired hands into the dirt beneath your feet. No more limousines, no more flashing lights, no more kings around you when the money dies. Only broken mirrors and strangers passing by, while the city keeps on dancing under poison neon skies. There are a million girls still chasing those burning stars, driving through the darkness with broken hearts inside their cars. And every dream looks holy when you're young enough to burn, but those glamour streets are graveyards for the souls that never learn. Oh, the city takes everything. And tonight the billboards shine for somebody else. While you lie forgotten in the dark beneath them.
They told us that love can't survive distance, that oceans are too wide, that mountains are too high, that time zones, storms, and endless highways eventually break every heart apart. But they were wrong, because love is the road between two hearts. were dancing beneath California sunsets, with golden fire falling through your hair.
And I was freezing in the streets of New York, watching winter bleed through Times Square.
6 million lights stood between us, endless miles of thunder and rain. But every midnight train and airplane engine kept whispering your name, and every lonely highway somehow led back to you. Because mountains are only mountains until love decides to cross them, and oceans are only water until two hearts refuse to drown. Love is the road between two hearts, stronger than storms in the dark of the night. We'll cross every desert, every ocean, every city burning in neon light. No distance can silence this fire. No thunder can tear us apart, because love was never meant
To surrender to miles.
Love was born to survive the impossible. They told us, sooner or later you'll both give up. But they never heard your voice at 3 a.m., turning loneliness into hope.
I still remember your laughter crashing through my speakers like heaven itself. And every word you whispered felt stronger than the whole damn world.
Because some people touch your skin,
But some people touch your soul forever.
and every plane crossing the horizon,
Every highway beneath the storm
feels like proof
that destiny is still alive.
is the road between two hearts.
A bridge through the chaos of time.
We'll climb every mountain, fight every shadow,
Until your heartbeat crashes into mine.
hear the engines screaming like angels.
Like thunder chasing the dawn.
Because true love doesn't break.
When the world grows larger, true love becomes larger than the world.
Maybe love was never supposed to be easy. Maybe love was always meant to be a journey through storms. Through airports at midnight, through lonely hotel rooms, through empty highways beneath dying neon skies. But if two people still choose each other, after all the distance, after all the waiting, after every impossible mile, then maybe that's the closest thing to a miracle we'll ever know. Love is the road between two hearts.
Like lightning tearing open the heavens.
We'll cross every ocean,
Every fire, every war the night could send us.
no distance can
Bury this feeling. No
California,
New York,
just names on a map.
because love was always bigger than the distance.
We were 17, and we thought the world belonged to us. We believed danger was romantic. We believed broken hearts looked beautiful in neon light. We believed nothing could ever touch us. God, we were young. With cheap leather jackets and fire in our veins, we drove stolen cars down abandoned highways, without licenses, without fear, without brakes. The city lights looked like heaven on fire, while our mothers cried themselves to sleep. Our fathers kept saying, those boys will drag you into darkness. But we only laughed, because every wrong road felt like freedom back then. And somewhere beneath the thunder, beneath the screaming engines and the rain, we crossed the line between being through pain. One night the sirens finally found us, blue lights exploding through the rain. We were handcuffed beneath a dying billboard, while the whole damn city watched our shame. The prison walls smelled like broken futures, like wasted youth and rusted dreams. And for the very first time in our lives, we understood what our parents meant. Because some friends don't save you, some friends bury you alive. And now the years move faster than thunder, our children standing where we once stood. God help us, because now we're the voices trying to warn them. We laugh at the warning signs, and the night nearly swallowed us whole. We thought pain was just another story for somebody else's soul. Now we see ourselves inside our children's eyes, praying they don't make the same mistakes tonight. Because life's a gamble, baby, a highway carved through paradise. You either walk the right road, or you crawl back through the fire. Maybe nobody can truly teach you life, Maybe every generation must touch the fire for themselves. But God, if I could go back to those nights, to those engines screaming beneath the moon, to those boys laughing at danger like immortality, I would tell us,
some roads don't make you stronger.
some roads leave scars
That never stop
We laugh at the warning signs, like kings too wild to understand fear. But the night keeps every promise, and the reckoning always appears. Hear the old ghost crying in the rain, like thunder rolling through our memories again. Because life's a gamble, baby, and nobody escapes without scars. You either find the light in time, or spend your whole life searching for it in the dark. And somewhere tonight, some young kid is laughing at the warning signs again. They say every grave tells a story. Most stories end, but some stories refuse to die. And once every month, when the moon hangs full above the iron gates, when the shadows stretch across the tombstones, when the living lock their doors and pull the curtains closed, the engines begin to wake. Not in the streets, not on the highways, not in this world, but somewhere between heaven and hell. Tonight, the riders return. The moon was hanging like a silver bullet reaper rides with them.
The starting line was carved in granite between fresh graves and broken stone. The crowd was made of restless spirits who had nowhere left to roam.
Widows watched from shattered windows. Saints stood frozen in surprise, while skeleton trees bent in the storm beneath electric skies. And at the center of the graveyard, with girl with wild dark hair,
Holding high a burning flag that glowed against the air.
she smiled, and the whole damn underworld held its breath.
No trophies, no money, no finish line of gold. Only one more night alive.
They're the midnight riders of the moonlight graveyard, kings and queens of every lost rebellion.
Ghost wheels spinning through the darkness, faster than the prayers of heaven. Like comets crashing through the night, like lightning searching for the light.
Because some hearts burn too brightly to stay buried underground. Maybe that's why we tell stories about dreamers, about rebels, about boys and girls who live too fast and love too much. Maybe the world keeps trying to bury them, but every generation finds them again. In old records, in midnight radio stations, in songs played far too loud. Because
Legends don't die, they simply disappear until the moon calls them home. And somewhere tonight,
some lonely kid is listening and hearing those engines
inside his own heart.
They're the midnight riders of the moonlight graveyard, riding through the fire of 1,000 years. They laugh at death, they mock the shadows, they outrun all our fears.
Oh, hear the stars begin to tremble, hear eternity surrender, because the night belongs to dreamers, and the dreamers never die.
By sunrise, the graveyard is silent again. The crypts are closed, the moon is gone, and nobody can prove it ever happened. But if you listen closely, on the next full moon, you might hear motorcycles.
Somewhere beyond the horizon, engine revving in the distance.
Silence. Engine. promise burning in the morning sun.
We held the whole world in our hands. Every heartbeat felt like heaven had begun.
You whispered, nothing's ever gonna break us. And God, I believed every word. We were two wild angels over the abyss, trying to outrun the fall.
But somewhere between the lightning and the silence,
the sky stopped listening to us at all. Still impossibly far away, and the pain is slowly turning wild. Now your kisses taste like crusted metal. Your laughter sounds like a masquerade. We're just waiting for the final explosion, holding ashes inside a burned out suitcase.
I can see the cracks inside the foundation, the one we swore would last forevermore. Now the fire is slowly consuming us both, because we don't trust each other anymore.
Because nothing lasts forever in the cold rain. Even angels fade beneath the storm.
We keep dancing
Through the wreckage of a love too broken to be reborn.
Only shadows remain from the fire, like ghosts inside a shattered dream.
Everything we built
Together,
is collapsing into the flood, and the pain is learning how to scream. Maybe love was never meant to survive untouched forever.
maybe every great passion
Carries the seeds of its own destruction.
because we didn't just love each other.
We worshipped each other like religion, and all religions burn eventually. You don't need me anymore. Need you anymore.
ever slipped right through our hands. Let it burn, let it fall apart. Love is war, and we were born inside the flames.
Do you remember that road? The one they warned us never to take. They said the nights were too dark, the storms too fierce, the bridges too broken. Maybe they were right. But some journeys are bigger than fear, and some loves are bigger than the road. Were singing like ghosts in the wheat, while twilight surrendered to lightning and heat. The old signs were broken, their arrows all gone, but somehow your heartbeat kept leading me on.
The wind was a preacher calling sinners by name. The clouds built cathedrals of thunder and flame. The whole sky was falling, the rivers ran wild, but I saw forever the moment you smiled.
Every mile said, turn back.
Every shadow whispered, run.
But your hand found mine.
And I knew we had already won. No matter the storm,
No matter the night,
no matter the lightning
that tears up the sky,
no matter the distance,
no matter the pain,
I'd cross every ocean.
I'd walk through the flame.
No matter the years, no matter the cost,
If the whole world leaves us,
we'll never be lost.
the highway kept stretching beyond what we knew, where broken horizons were painted in blue. The lightning wrote stories across heaven's wall, and somehow I knew we would outlive them all.
The mountains were fading, the moon disappeared, but louder than thunder was one simple truth I heard.
Not castles,
Not kingdoms,
not glory,
not fame,
just two beating hearts.
calling each other's name.
No matter the storm,
No matter the rain,
no matter how many,
are calling us insane.
no matter the losses,
No matter the fear,
as long as you're beside me, I know why I'm here. You know, when we're young, we think courage means never being afraid. But that's not true. Courage is standing in the middle of the storm, with every reason to quit, and still taking the next step. Still choosing love, still choosing hope, still believing when the whole world tells you not to. Because one day the rain stops, the clouds move away, and all that's left is the hand that never let go. Was never the road.
What mattered
Was never the miles.
What mattered
Was never the thunder.
What mattered was never the trial.
What mattered
Was you.
What mattered
Was you. What mattered
What mattered was never the trial.
No matter was you.
No matter the storm.
No matter the night will burn like a comet across the sky.
No matter the years.
No matter the pain, our love will come roaring back again.
No matter the ending.
No matter the fall, if I had to live it again,
I would choose it all. No matter the storm.
no matter the fire,
Our hearts will keep climbing.
higher and higher.
No matter the darkness.
No matter what's done,
As long as you remember my name. The dream lights on. The dream lights on. The storm is over now. The road is finally quiet. And looking back, I finally understand. The miracle was never that we reached the end. The miracle was that we never stopped walking. They said rock and roll was dead, buried beneath algorithms, cold glowing screens and songs without a soul. But somewhere between neon lights, dust-covered vinyl records, old amplifiers and broken hearts, it's still beating. Like other people wait for miracles. The night smelled like gasoline and freedom, and every melody burned like a comet across the sky. We knew every guitar solo, every heartbeat trapped on magnetic tape. And when the needle touched the vinyl, the whole world suddenly fell silent. Because somewhere inside those songs, there was more than music. There was hope, there was longing, there was a goddamn life. And now everybody's running faster, but nobody seems to feel anymore. Yet deep beneath the noise of this world, you can still hear it screaming. The resurrection of rock and roll, like thunder over lost cities, like fire in a dying still alive. And tonight, it's taking the world back. We drove through endless summer nights with open windows and hearts full of storms. The radio was our religion, and every song was a promise against loneliness. No masks, no filters, no fear of feeling too much. Just us, our dreams and guitars, tearing the heavens apart. And maybe we were crazy, but at least we burn. Because some people grow older and some remain forever, children of the neon light. The resurrection of rock and roll, like a storm of lost memories, like one last dance against time. We're bringing the magic back, the passion, the cinema, the eternity. Hear the cathedrals made of guitars as they tear open the sky. Because those songs were bigger, bigger than our own lives. Maybe we always needed this music so badly, because it made us believe that our dreams could never die. And maybe somewhere tonight, when a boy or a girl hears a song for the very first time that makes their heart explode, everything begins. It was only waiting for this night. And somewhere beneath a dying neon sky, someone is starting to believe in music again. There were 14 people in the audience. 5 came in because it was raining. 3 never looked up from their drinks. 1 bartender applauded. And when the lights came on, the girls packed their own guitars. No limousine, no bodyguards, no headlines. Just another midnight drive toward another borrowed stage.
The posters peeled from brick walls, like memories in the rain. Their names were never written on fortune or on fame. They tuned old scarred guitars with fingers cold and sore, then smiled at one another and walked through one more door.
The drummer counted softly, the bass began to cry. The first chord split the silence like lightning through the sky. The boys down by the barroom stopped talking for a while, because those girls played rock and roll like they were born to die with style.
Every amplifier buzzed, every spotlight flickered weak, but when they sang together, the broken walls began to speak.
The last girls of rock and roll,
Playing louder than the stars,
singing for the empty tables,
keeping lonely hearts warm.
no diamonds, no fortune,
No mansion on the hill,
just six strings and stubborn dreams that refuse to stand still.
they slept in roadside motels with yesterday's pay gone, sharing coffee at sunrise before the next town called them on. Their van rattled like thunder, its paint was cracked and old, but inside rode four believers whose hearts could not be sold.
The clubs grew even smaller, the crowds grew paper thin. Sometimes only echoes were waiting once they walked in. Still every solo burned like Madison Square Garden, because real believers
Never ask for pardon.
the last girls of rock and roll,
Still chasing neon skies,
still raising broken amplifiers.
like battle flags held high.
No contracts, no glory,
No $1,000,000 stage,
only music keeping hope alive.
one song after another.
People always ask,
When did you know you weren't going to make it?
they never ask,
When did you know you couldn't stop?
because that's the secret. We never played for money. We never played for trophies. We played for that one impossible second.
When the lights went down,
The drummer counted,
the guitars came alive,
and the whole broken world
felt beautiful again.
no platinum records,
No private jets,
no screaming headlines,
no regrets, because every empty room still deserved a perfect song,
and every lonely soul
deserved to sing along.
midnight,
Another dream.
and somewhere on a forgotten stage,
For young women.
plug in their guitars.
The audience may never know their names, but rock and roll does.
Spirit of rock and roll.